Do you want to see my melons? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so sorry it's been so long since I did an allotment video. I just had Chelsea and then it was a holiday, so I've just not been able to get up here and make a video. So today is my first opportunity and here I am. A lot has happened on the allotment since you've been here and I'm going to show you what is going on first of all, as you can see. So the beds are no longer bare, but I do have a massive weed issue, as you can see. I have planted a courgette. I've planted some beans and some sweet peas. And they're doing really well. Nothing in the other two, and this is where it's gone a little bit wild. The weeds have started to take over. I have planted some broccoli the other day, and I've just noticed we've had some rain. And I thought that there might be a chance that they might get munched. They have been munched. I'm resisting the urge to swear right now. You're seeing this for the first time, as am I. So the leaves have been stripped. This is not good. This is actually really not good. Okay. I don't know if that's birds or slugs. Okay, so I'm probably going to net those just to give them a fighting chance. It's just started to rain as well. It's really muggy. I don't know if it's like that where you are, but it's not cold. It's very muggy, so I can't really wear a jacket because I'll just get too hot. And it's just started raining. Oh, I'm so miffed about my brassicas. Honestly, the other day when I came up to water them, they looked so good. I don't know why I ever expect anything to go right, because it just doesn't, does it? I planted them 2 days before we got all the rain. They're not dead though. They've not been killed. They haven't been eaten to the ground, so they will bounce back. And they are sprouting broccoli, so they're not going to be ready to harvest until the winter. So it's fine. I think they'll be okay. But I am just going to have to cover them over with a net just in case it's pigeons or some kind of birds that are having a little munch on them. It doesn't really look like slugs. It looks more like it's been stripped. So it could be anything, to be honest. We've got everything up here. Yeah, let me show you some more bits. So under here, I have a red currant bush. I have actually harvested most of them. Look how many beautiful red currants I've got, and loads more under here, all hiding. So I wanted to get them before the birds, but I have just covered over the rest, just because there's a few green ones. Apparently these are ready very, very early this year. But yeah, I've got a massive punnet full of red currants. So I'm going to be making some red currant jelly for Christmas with those. So that's quite exciting. I've never actually had enough red currants to do anything with until this year. Last year I had like a really tiny amount, like a little handful. But yeah, so I'm really pleased I've got something to harvest. So let's carry on around here. So I think I said in a previous video, these are honeyberries, but there's two different varieties. Can't see by the leaves. This is the really tasty variety, and whatever this is completely inedible. And it looks like the birds have been here as well to have them, which is fine because they're absolutely revolting. So I think I need to rethink this whole thing for the autumn, because when I did plant these honeyberries, I didn't know there was asparagus here, and I can't see them when they come through, so I just miss them every time. Now they've turned into trees. Something one of my friends noticed as well when she came down to help me were asparagus beetle, which I didn't even notice. I'll show you what they look like in case, so you can look out for them on yours. So these little, goes a bit blurry when I go close, you can't really see. There's loads of them on it. So basically you have to dispose of them. I don't really want to because it's a bit gross. I might look up, see if there's any predators for it and try and get some nematodes or something. Maybe they can eat them for me. So I don't really want to be squashing bugs. It's a bit grim. Obviously, this is still here. I have no excuses for this. My onions, they're doing okay. And I've got my first earlies, which has just reminded me I was supposed to bring my main crop up here because I still haven't planted them yet. A friend came up to help me and she helped me do all of this weeding, and my garlic over there. We won't talk about this end because I'm trying to just I can't take on too much at the moment. Because I can't do that at the moment, I've got to focus on the other bit that I put in all the work. I'm just sort of letting it go and do its wild thing, and I'm probably going to get told off for that because I am the allotment chair and I'm supposed to set an example, and also we're not really allowed to let weeds go to seed. But so far I can only see grass, a few docks. Yeah, so I just need to make sure I chop off the seed heads so they don't go to seed and create even more problems. But yeah, that is a job for, I think, probably the autumn. I'm going to crack on with that. My garlic is probably almost ready to harvest. Just need to wait for it to go yellow and fall over and die. But I do have these, and you do need to take these off because otherwise the garlic plant will put all of its energy into producing this rather than producing a nice bulb. But you can eat those, you can fry those and cook those, so I need to do that at some point. And do you want to see something really cool? It's the first year that I've had grapes. I don't think I've said this yet in a video because I haven't done an allotment video, I don't think, since I noticed them, but I've got some grapes. Can you see them? Tiny little grapes. The plant, granted, is not looking particularly healthy. There's some kind of blister mite or something, I don't know. Yeah, it's not looking good, to be honest. But it's still alive. And I was pretty sure it died, so we are happy. My apples are coming along nicely. This tree has got huge this year. Loads and loads of apples on here. I love this tree. I just love how it sort of falls over. I don't like things to look too neat, and I like the way it just flops over. And this is my herb bed, which I haven't sown any herbs for it yet. I've got some, I think this is winter savoury. Fennel's growing back, and I've got some sage. Nothing else at the moment, so I really could crack on with getting some bits in there. And let's have a little look and see if our fig's still here. I'm thinking the fig's gone. Well, where the hell has it gone? I think the figs have gone. I was about to say I got figs for the first year, but they appear to have vanished. But at least I know that it does produce figs. Maybe next year we'll get some. But my rose arch was looking the most beautiful it has ever looked this year. There's so many roses, but look what happened in the wind. So the arch is just, I mean, it was hanging on for dear life, but now it's just destroyed. So yeah, I don't really know what to do at this point. Just another thing to go wrong. And I've got my first plums on the plum tree that's been here for a few years. Just one by the looks of it. I don't know where the rest are. The wildlife pond is still not done, obviously. And it's just started pouring down. So it just started absolutely pouring down outside. It's not actually meant to be raining today, but here we are. But I was just going to come in and show you the polytunnel anyway, so I can shelter from the rain. Bear with me, I'm just going to turn the camera around and show you what I've been planting. So I've actually been up here, just not been able to film. So the tomatoes are looking really good. They do need to be staked because some of them have got a little bit sort of flopping over a little bit. But the other day when I tried to put stakes in, the ground is rock hard. It is so hard, I can't get a stick in. Mental. But yeah, I'm excited for some tomatoes. I've planted some chilies. I can't remember the variety. Let's have a look. Does anyone understand what that means? Oh, sweet. It's got a remnants of something else on it. Sweet pepper, sweet chili or sweet pepper of some kind. And I've got some cucumbers. There's one there, and there's a couple over there. The blueberries. There's about 6 blueberries. But at least they're still there, and there's like 3 on there, but it's fine. Maybe next year we'll get loads. No pink berries, although yeah, no pink berries this year. I've just seen a horrible looking spider. Can you see that? Yeah, and then some rogue. I think that's rogue garlic, which I don't really know how it got there, but as you know from my previous videos, I did lose my whole entire crop of garlic, so the fact that there's some popping over randomly is great. The strawberries are doing reasonably well. I think the soil in here is atrocious, and yeah, it's just drying out really quickly. I don't know what that is. Oh, there's a runner. There is a strawberry runner, and that will make a new baby plant. Ideally, if you haven't got any strawberries yet, you should cut those runners off. Otherwise, it will put all of its energy into that and not producing your fruit. Can't actually see any fruit in here, just got loads of weeds. I know what that weed is. You don't want it wherever it is. So I've got this whole bed to fill, but I've got plenty of stuff to fill it, and I will show you in a minute what I've got. I can't remember if I've made a video since, but do you remember all of those seeds that I sowed in the last allotment video? Well, they got ravaged by probably a bird or a mouse, I don't know, but basically, yeah, all of the big pumpkin and squash seeds, everything got eaten basically. So yeah, nothing grew. But you know who did come to the rescue? One of my friends called Shona. Not only has she been helping me down here to try and get on top of stuff, she's been sowing me all these different vegetables in her greenhouse. Loads of the ones to replace the ones that were eaten. So she's got loads for me. And I don't know what it is, but we are kind of made to feel guilty if we don't sow everything from seed ourselves. Or is that something that I've just internalized? Because obviously you can get plug plants, because things go wrong on the plot. Like, things go wrong in nature, things go wrong in gardening. And if, for example, you don't sow something in time, I mean, you don't have to go without. You can literally buy plug plants and still have the vegetables and not feel the shame. So I'm just going to plant all of these lovely things that she's grown for me, because why the hell not? Like, there's no rules to say I had to sow it myself. There's no rules to say I had to rear it from a baby seed up to a grown plant to have the right to eat it. So we are throwing those rules out the window, and I'm going to plant everything that she's grown for me. And with that in mind, I'm going to show you some of the things she's given me. These are just a few of the plants that she gave me when I went to her house last time. This is not including all of the things that she's growing for me. And I'm going to say something in a minute, which I've been waiting the whole season to say. Bear with me. Do you want to see my melons? These. These are my melons. These are my melon plants because I've been given them. I didn't grow them because I forgot to sow them. And my lovely friend Shona has given me some melons. So we are going to be growing melons in the polytunnel this year as planned. And I am so excited about my melons. And I have been dying to say that. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I am going to plant what is in this tray, which is a mixture of melons and chilies, I think. And yeah, I think it's melons and chilies. So I'm going to put those in the polytunnel so that that is a job done, because she is coming to see me on Friday and I don't want to let her down. So yeah, she's going to be really proud of me that I've managed to fill the other part of my polytunnel with the incredible plants that she's given me. Right, let's talk about the melon varieties that I have got. I have never heard of these. So this is a Minnesota midget, this one. And I've got tiger melon. Have you ever heard of this? That one's lost its label. This is another tiger melon. This is, oh, I can't read that. Sorry, Shona. Mel de Sapo. Mel de Sapo. And PL, oh, that one's more clear. PL de Sapo, another one. They basically look like cucumbers. They're very spiky, and they are obviously part of the same family. They've got the little tendrils which climb. So I'm going to plant these in here, and then I'm probably going to put some canes in that they can climb up. We will see how they grow, because I've never grown them before. So I don't really know what to expect. I don't know how big they're going to get. So this is really exciting. I've also got some, oh, that was a spider. It's just one of those seeds. I've also got some jalapenos. Have I said that right? Do you know what? There's two labels in here. I don't know what that is. Would be a nice surprise. And there's no label. So I think it gets to the point in the season where you just lose all the labels, and then you're just like, what have we got? No one knows. A lovely surprise. Never guess what's just happened. I've been messing around with it so much, it's fallen off. I've just lost a whole melon. Oops. Which making me think it might have been munched. I don't know. Well, I need to take the blame for that one. So that melon's gone. That melon is no more. Right. Shall we get these planted? I think we should. So I've got 5 melons. I did have 6, but I've just snapped one. Fuming. Right. This is a terrible part of the polytunnel because I think this is a bit that I hadn't actually put any mulch down on. And it is a bit hard. So I'm gonna, okay, this is all right. It's just incredibly dry. Incredibly dry. So it looks like this one has already got a flower on it, but you need to be careful with this. I don't want to snap anymore. This has already got a flower. I'm so excited about melons. Right, that is dry as hell. I need to get these watered as soon as they're in. So I'm going to try and plant them all against the edge so that I can make them climb up the poles in the polytunnel. So then I don't need to worry about support. I'm hoping they'll be free from slugs in here, but you never know. Something else is probably going to come in and eat them. I think we've got rain forecast for tomorrow as well, so that's rain brings all the bugs. Ground is absolutely atrocious. Right, outside I've got some mulch, so I'm going to go and get the mulch to put around. Oh, God. Just going to go get some mulch. I just spotted my broccoli while I was out there again, and then it's made me sad again because I had momentarily forgot. Yeah, the leaves have been stripped. What do we think that is? Is that pigeons? You have to have a good sense of humour to be a gardener. Because if you take yourself seriously and then the stuff happens to your plants like it does, like it could be eaten by slugs. I mean, you could literally be growing it for 3 months solid, plant it out, and then within one night of rain, gone. And you just have to move on. You just have to carry on. It's actually ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. So yeah, we laugh so we don't cry. Right, this mulch has got nutrients in as well, so it's going to feed it, and hopefully, I don't know why, but it might keep the snails and whatever off. We'll try it and see. Don't usually find things like pumpkins and courgettes from the cucurbit family, if that's how you say it, from that family. You don't usually find that things eat them. I don't know whether it's because the stems and the leaves are spiky, so they kind of get left alone. So with that in mind, they might be all right. But we do have moles on this allotment, I'm being told. So if the moles decide to come over here and just randomly dig, yeah, then that's probably the only way that they're going to be destroyed. Right, we've got 2 in. Put another one here. This bit is really, really hard. God. See, I was gonna do stuff outside today because it did rain quite heavily yesterday. So it will, and it has actually stopped raining now. It's sunny again and really hot. So once I've done this, I'll get outside and do some bits. Right. The next one in. What you need to remember about members of the cucumber family, the cucurbits, is that they like a lot of water, which is watering is my arch nemesis. So I'm going to have to make a conscious effort to water them. But yeah, they need a lot of water to thrive. So just bear that in mind. Right, 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Right, I need to go and give those a water before I forget. And that is exciting. So there's the 5 melons planted. Hopefully they'll perk up a little bit. And in the next video, you will see that they've hopefully grown a little bit. So I'm just going to get my chilies in. I'm just going to plant them next to where the other chilies are already, which is just there. I'm not too fussed on neatness at this point. I just want to get them in before they die in the pot. I am not entirely sure what this is. I don't think that's a chili. Although it does have chili label. So that one doesn't look like the others, but I'm just going to plant it anyway. I'm going to get my trowel. So I don't actually know how big these chilies get, but I'm just going to plant them next to each other because I just don't care anymore at this point. The important part is just to get them in the ground. And we'll just see what they turn out to be. A nice surprise. So thankfully, this section is mulched. And it's nice and crumbly. It's got lots of new soil in. So it's a delight to dig it in, unlike the other side. But that is why it's so important to, treat your soil. Ow, a massive screw sticking out there. Oh, I need to remember that. Put something on it to stop me stabbing myself again. There we go. Right, one more strange looking chili. We'll see what this turns out to be. One space. Where should I put it? Let's put it there. So here's something you should know. If you have, I've actually stabbed myself with that screw. If you have ADHD, doing something later on means it's not going to happen. So do something while you remember. Like I have to answer emails straight away, otherwise I won't remember until I get a follow-up email. And I'm like, oh my God, I completely forgot. And you can tell me to write lists upon lists, but then I don't remember to look at the list. So it seems like nothing works other than just do it immediately and get it done. So I'm going to go and water now before I carry on waffling on and forget what I'm doing. Have you missed this? Oh yeah, quickly. I did do a little bit on these earlier, but then I realised I didn't press record. So these are my pumpkins. There's also a couple of random brassicas in there. I've got like a swede and cauliflower, but just one of them, which is really annoying. And a couple of squashes, which need a home. So within the next week, I will be making a new bed for these to get these out. Very excited for these. Pumpkin is Big Mac, so it's a massive orange Halloween pumpkin. So that's going to be really, really good. So I need to get out of here now, so I'm absolutely sweltering. I am dripping with sweat. You can't see it, but it's all behind. My hair is all wet. Oh my God, it's so hot in that polytunnel. Ugh. Anyway, enough about my sweat. Right, unfortunately, I have to go now. I have to go and pick my son up. My time has run out. Sadly, I wasted so much time this morning at the gym. I didn't actually have that much time here, but it's fine. We got some stuff done. It's been an absolute pleasure to be back with you all, and I hope that I provided some entertainment for you on this Sunday. And I will catch up again with you next week, and who the hell knows what we'll do. Thanks for watching. Bye.